Oh my god. There we go. There we go. It's working now. I am gonna get a new mic. I'm gonna throw this thing at the wall soon. How's it going, guys? Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, jeez. How's it going, guys? Another day of bombs. Another day of course, oil surging pre-market, and another day of Scuff Taku. How's it going, guys? Good morning. G-Dog in the house. We got Cliff in the house as well. How's it going? Cliff, of course, is my military correspondent. He called the bombs dropping, of course, last night. Good morning, guys. Good morning, G-Dog. Vanilla nut coffee is amazing. I know, man. That sounds delish, man. It sounds better than what I'm drinking. I'm just having a cup of black death wish, yeah, because we all have a death wish here in crypto. Playing with fire. Anyway, 64,700 on Bitcoin this morning. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. There's a lot to course cover with what's going on with, of course, Bloomberg in the morning and all the other updates we have for you in our space coming out here soon. All right, let's get started.
Off soars, Meta struggles, Apple and Amazon take the spotlight next.
Long bond yields climb around the world on concern that the Fed will fail to rein in inflation.
And Brent hovers near $90 a barrel as the U.S. launches new strikes against Iran.
Not as high as I was
Microsoft
hoping,
rallying
we did touch
earnings
93.
signaled that its AI investments are starting to generate returns. Its cloud computing paying off. On the flip side, we talked about soaring, suffering. Meta delivering a disappointing quarterly revenue forecast, reporting the lowest free cash flow in years. And Qualcomm, that chip maker, giving a weak outlook, citing component shortages and rising costs, difficulties, Danny, with its supply chain.
We are in the midst of the busy earnings season. That's tech on one side. I'm looking at some of the consumer names this morning, David. Starbucks and Chipotle, they both raised their guidance after stronger than expected quarters.
Holy
both of them
hell,
rallying Chipotle by 8.25%. Largely thanks to trendy new items on their menu and revamped loyalty
increasing
programs.
prices.
Also on the consumer side, MasterCard reporting a 21% profit surge. They're expanding beyond its traditional payment networks.
Well, I want to turn back to the Fed now, if we could. Chair Kevin Warsh reiterating the Fed's commitment to...
Yes, sir. So we did, of course, have Fed Warsh out yesterday. I really don't want to go into all that again. If we have time, we'll do it. Kevin Hassett's right now being interviewed by Bloomberg. We got to get into that, too, as well.
I'm Danny Berger alongside David Gura. Data showing the U.S. economy grew at a weaker than expected pace, while the Fed's preferred inflation gauge cooled in June. Let's bring in White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. Kevin, we can talk about the state of this economy in just a moment, but I want to begin with what you discussed yesterday. Yesterday, before this Fed decision, saying that you have full confidence in Chair Kevin Warsh. Now it is...
All right, of course, the other Kevin who replaced him as a nominational pick. They haven't the wet blanket we're talking to right now. All right, I want to skip the beginning of that and just kind of go over some of the GDP this morning, and we'll get into Hassett's response to GDP
those
as well.
numbers that we got this morning.
Well, the interesting thing about GDP is it was certainly weaker than expected, but a lot of that was in government and inventories. Consumer spending held up
Is the consumer still resilient?
Now, the question is, where are consumers going from here? Because the numbers for consumer spending, the June number, was much weaker than what we saw for May. May was up 0.9, consumer spending up only 0.3 in June. So are consumers falling off? Disposable personal income down, and the savings rate has fallen significantly, 2.7% in June from 4.4% in January, and even higher in 2025. So that's the, I think, worrying figures in there. The PCE numbers for inflation were as expected, basically. We knew that they were going to be down because of energy prices falling, and in the month of June we saw weaker PPI and CPI. So no surprise there, but I'd keep an eye on what consumers are going to be doing going forward.
Well, when it comes...
Not spending. Not spending. All right, let's see Kevin Hassett's response to this as well.
Quite a bit. The fact is that final sales were up almost 4%. We had a big boom in consumption, a big boom in investment. We even had big positive housing numbers, and those were offset in the bottom line because the capital spending that we're doing is imported capital goods, which, so you subtract imports from that, and then also because of technical changes in the price of oil, they revalued the oil inventories, and that's subtracted from GDP as well. So I think that the final sales number of 3.9 is really what I would say is the signal. So it's not a half full glass of GDP, it's a full glass.
full glass of GDP. I want to pick up on something you said. You've known Kevin Warsh for an awful long time through Republican
I'm so
policy
glad he's not
circles
our
and certainly
friend.
your time at the
30
Hoover
years, yeah.
Institution. And I'm curious, I think an open question here is Kevin Warsh a hawk or a dove? What would your answer to that question be?
I think he's a realist, but he's really serious about getting inflation back to its target. That's his job. He's a very, very pragmatic person who understands the responsibility of the Fed is a dual mandate. And the part of the mandate that's been
all right. He's just gonna give, of course, his his little take on how Fed Warsh is gonna, of course, handle the situation. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we have here in the chaos, in the midst, guys. How's it going, guys, in the chat? It is happy 11th ETH birthday. Of course, ETH turns 11 today. Thank you, Cliff, for that one. You always dig this stuff out of your arse, don't you? Thank you so much for that, Cliff, this morning. O House, may you wins be infectious, and O House has made $10 profit today. On what if? First time ever taken profit, still down $50,000. Slowly chipping away at it though. There you go, O House. There you go. Yeah, we all, of course, have those days, man. All those, of course. We do have, of course, talk about a little bit of this. Oh, so close to being wrong this morning, man. I'm so close. Calling for, of course, baseline bear last night. We actually touched our baseline target pretty much on the nose, and that's about it. I was excited to see maybe some breakout here before the opening, but we're not quite there yet. We might still get it though at the open. If we continue this momentum going forward. Again, it's been kind of a mad rush at the end of the month. We probably want to, it looks like the bulls want to wipe out the bears at the monthly close here in just one more day. So that's happening today as well. We have about 2 more minutes until we open the bell. Let's see what's going on with Bitcoin this morning and take a look at the overall sentiment. We have time. I do want to get through some of the stock. I mean, the TradFi news, a little bit of the headlines here. Man, Kevin is still going? No way. Okay. Looks like they're responding to Hassett saying, "Don't see markets in bubble territory due to AI as the AI sell-off continues?" ? Possibly today. We'll see how the market reacts to the earnings and, of course, Fed Warsh's decision from yesterday. I'll see how the open does today. I can tell you the Kospi didn't look too good last night, down another percent. We opened pretty good. Looked like we were going to recover like 5% or so, and then they just continue to sell it off. They got to get the shit under control, man. I still think it's going to probably level off right around that 5,250. I've been saying that for months, as that, of course, continues to sell down and draw down, and that would pretty much level it off, man. And I mean, actually, where we are right now is not too bad. If you look at the 5-year, I'm still thinking just kind of keep that curve, at least try to keep some of it. Don't roll all of it over on that 5-year. We'll see how things go with the Kospi here soon. It's got to stop. At some point, it's got to have to stop. People are losing their ass over there. There's not much money left to lose, right? People are going broke day and night. All right, let's see what else we have here. Do want to get into a little bit of other headlines before we do open that bell. U.S. economy slowed to 1.5% growth rate in Q2. June core inflation at 3.3%. Yes, boy. I love the chaos in the morning. Let's see. Analysts, Fed chairman credibility in question after rates left unchanged. That's kind of a nothing burger there. Jim Cramer's top 10 things to watch for, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. Let's see. Star AI investor Leopold Aschenbrenner is unwinding trades. And we got to get over there because they're reading the bell right now. We can't read any more headlines. Okay. Maybe later. Perhaps later. Did we miss the bell? No. What the hell is this? Are they going to miss the bell? Is this conversation that important?
We have activity from the Fed in the fall.
There we
yes,
go.
there is. Hey, Anastasia, stick with us. Let's first get through this
just
market
almost
open and
missed the
some
bell.
earnings
What the hell?
conversations as well. The S&P and NASDAQ rebounding this morning. It is thanks to Microsoft. Without this, we might be looking at a very different picture after that sell-off, a correction for the NASDAQ after Chair Warsh, and again, disappointment from Meta, but Microsoft outweighing it. Down at the New York Stock Exchange, we have Charlie Morrison and the rest of the team at Jersey Mike's. They're IPOing today, and come on. Danny DeVito, the real star. Put him in the middle of the Jersey Mike shot, I say.
Danny DeVito.
I will be down at the New York Stock Exchange at around 2:40 p.m. today to
he
interview
owns
the
Jersey Mike's, doesn't
CEO
he?
of Jersey Mike's as their company starts to trade. We have a boxing group here. There's some merger going on.
Yeah, you should definitely
Look, I don't like stereotypes,
basket.
but like, come on, this guy
Or
looks like
milk
such a
crate standing in the
boxer.
middle.
Like, he's from the north, somewhere in England. Maybe, I'm sure he's probably not. I'm probably going to need to like dig myself out of this hole. But yeah, it's a merger of a boxing promotion company ringing the bell at the NASDAQ, which is pretty cool.
It's very cool. I want to look at just a handful of the movers we've been watching over the course of this morning. Of course, this contrast is the most evident one, that between Microsoft and Meta, both of which reported earnings yesterday. We see Microsoft here up more than 11% this morning on news that its cloud computing here has yielded results in a way that it hasn't for other companies. Case in point, Meta Platforms. And we had Mark Zuckerberg yesterday defending his company's strategy going forward here. But markets clearly thinking that that's lacking, not getting enough meat on the bone from Mark Zuckerberg. That's what Meta's plans are as we see this enormous capex from that company. And then lastly, just pointing to Qualcomm here, down almost 5% this morning. Qualcomm, of course, the chip maker used in so many smartphones across around the world, I should say. It's suffering here from supply chain issues. We see it down about 4.4%, Danny.
Some other earnings results that we're also watching this morning. MasterCard, they reported a 21% surge as the company expands beyond traditional payment network services. Chipotle and Starbucks, both of them raised their guidance after stronger than expected quarters, thanks to trendy new menu items and revamped loyalty programs. All those stocks
and
up
increased prices
across the board. But let's dive deeper into Starbucks. Romain Bostic, co-host of The Close.
All right. We don't want to hear that. Let's take a look at CNBC this morning and see what they're talking about the opening bell. Bitcoin did slip about 50 bucks so far, maybe 100 since the opening bell.
And that the last linked quarter was amazing. I got to hand it to him. I didn't see it. I did not see it.
Barely above the 200-day here, Jim.
Well, let's take this one up another 50 without a problem.
Yeah.
50 points, David. Co-pilot, 30 million seats. Unbelievable.
And Microsoft up 12% right off the gate this morning.
$1 billion backlog. And thanks to OpenAI. Oh, my God, look at OpenAI. It turns out they had a meeting yesterday, David. It looks like things are better than expected. That's good timing.
Yeah, you're referring to I think, is it a CNBC.com story?
Yeah, well, I know, yes.
That talks about Sarah Fryer saying some things about their revenue run rate.
Yeah, it looks like Fryer's told Sarah annualized recurring revenue in July was higher than in the second quarter as a whole. Business is healthy. Well, this is what you need to see. Particularly, Microsoft, a lot of their good stuff came from OpenAI.
It might have. Now, when it comes to the CapEx spending front, Meta certainly didn't say anything about cutting back. In fact, not at all.
And that's continuing, of course.
And Microsoft is maintaining
14-15%. Microsoft climbing this morning.
Zuckerberg?
Meta dumping.
What do you mean?
All right, let's take a look and see what the overall market caps of these companies are looking like right now. We're about ready to flip Meta. I was waiting for that to happen. Didn't happen quite yet, but we're close. Of course, Bitcoin is getting closer to flipping Meta this morning as Meta continues to sell off. SpaceX at least coming back up a little bit here, rounding off this bottom possibly at $117 of SpaceX. And yes, the big movers here today, Apple and Microsoft attempting to catch back up, maybe flipping Silver and Google. The market caps are all really close enough here, but Microsoft is going to have a lot of needs a lot more momentum to catch back up to the other boys. Remember when Bitcoin was like top 4? I do. It's those days are gone. Yeah, I guess for now. All right. Let's continue. Back over here. Take a look and see what else is trending right now in the markets, and then get into overall sentiment in crypto. Take a look at the weather for today in Bitcoin, and more crypto news coming at 10 a.m. Of course, as always, every day, guys, every day. Meta tanks nearly 9%. Microsoft jumps 9%. Now it's like 15%. As the AI trade splits big tech right now. Iran says it will punish the aggressor today after heavy wave of U.S. strikes. Last night, guys, we hit heavy military infrastructure. We hit airports, we hit military bases, we hit a lot of big things last night. The bombs were huge. So we were talking about that last night on the Patreon Live. Guys, if you haven't already, it's only $15 a month to join the Patreon, hang out with us and the Chaos crew, discuss your strategies with us. as we get into another bull market here soon. Again, we only probably have about a few more months of the bear, the deep bear. Make sure you're DCing in some of your favorite projects before all the cheap prices are gone. And of course, we discussed some of our long-term plans over there on the Patreon. Again, cheaper than Netflix, cheaper than a price of a bottle of Tito's, and of course, cheaper than a date with your mom. You too can be a Chaos member. All right, so yeah, U.S. Central Command said that American forces hit dozens of targets across Iran in a 2-hour wave of strikes after Iranian missile attacks of the U.S. forces in the region were intercepted. My military correspondent, Cliff, salute to you, sir. Last night on the Patreon, actually before the Patreon, here on the live here on at like 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern, we are having a YouTube live, and yeah, he got direct confirmation from the Pentagon. They were ordering a lot of pizzas, and you know what that means. The bombs were coming, and sure they definitely did. An hour or two later. You got it, man. You got it. I'm getting a phone call. It's yeah, get out of here. All right. Iran's Revolutionary Guard threatened to punish the aggressor on Thursday, as it warned that countries aiding the U.S. could face harsh response, according to Iranian state media. The Guard also said that maintains full control of the Strait of Hormuz, and the stranger, who has come from thousands of kilometers away, will not be allowed to interfere. And we are starting to get more rumblings of Iran and China possibly stepping in via, not directly adding to the war, but or putting boots on the ground or anything, or attacking us directly, but giving them munitions, from what we hear that's happening. All right. Let's see what else we have here in the headlines. Anything else to take away? Let's take a look at Yahoo Finance real quick. And then we'll take a look at the overall sentiment in crypto this morning. Microsoft stock soars after $41 billion AI bet clears major test. Stocks rebound on big tech earnings. Meta stocks sink to 10% on earnings miss. That's pretty much all the same stuff we've already covered this morning. Kevin Morse's stripped back Fed communication already backfiring, says investors. As they respond to some of his negative rhetoric at the end of his meeting yesterday. That's pretty much all that's about. All right, let's continue into overall sentiment this morning. Are we getting the TradFi going back up? Yeah, not really. Still hanging out about 35 here for the U.S. markets. Or TradFi right now, Fear and Greed sitting at 35. We did start the week at 39, so that's quite a big dip for the traditional markets. Still right now, let's take a look at crypto Fear and Greed this morning. We have 28 on Fear. Not too bad. It's been hovering basically between 28 29 this entire week. I think the highest we saw this week was about 30 flat. And the lowest was probably 27, maybe 26. Again, this is like nothing. We've been hanging out here forever. Probably the longest time we've ever hung out here, to be honest. All right. Let's see. We got to get into the Dixie. How's the Dixie holding up? It's been falling yesterday. Let's see if we can see a continuation. A little bit. We did see overnight the bombs dropping 101.06. So we did hit 101 just for a brief moment early morning, as investors, of course, ran to the daddy dollar. On the 5-day, I do like it rolling over like this, though. Again, the highest we've seen so far in the last week or two has been 101.5. So I think that's a radio station.
Stupid.
All right. Moving on. Okay. Let's get back to bubbles. Then we'll do, of course, a roundup of what's going on with crypto via the weather through Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the daily here on the top 100. It's really not moving anywhere. It's kind of flat this morning. Average movers right now at about 0.06%, not even a tenth of a percent moving in the right direction yet in the top 100. Half of that down onto the downside. We got almost half a point down on the top 200, and we almost have about 0.3% up on the top 3. So it's really calm morning so far at the open for crypto. So far on the day, what do we have here? And it's mostly being held down by hash and meme core. Some of these are up decent. Ondo's up 5%. Near's up almost 4%. UB's up 10%. Those are the top movers to the upside. Meme core, VVV, that's Venice, stable, all down roughly around 5%. Meme core down about 11. Hash down about 18 on the day. We're looking for big movers on the downside, guys. There's only like one, and it's still just hash. That's down 23% here on the weekly. We got WorldCoin also down here, 18% on the weekly. Runner-up would be about near. That's about it. Still down about 13% on the month, on the week. And on the month, we only had one yesterday. And now we have zero. We have zero that are down 30% or more, oversold on the monthly. Where is the blood? Where is the pain? I want to buy more. But there's nothing here, in my opinion, to throw money at. Unless, yeah, you have conviction. We are to found the bottom. We actually found the bottom. I'm not going to say that entirely it's true yet until maybe we'll see what the prices look like by October, November. Looking at here on the week, on the daily. For the top 200, we got Kato down 13%, a single mover today. The downside, Zama continuing the sell-off. I do love these prices down here. I did put a buy order in, but we're still not quite there. 5-1 was the low we seen last night when we were hanging out with the Chaos crew. I told everyone I was like, I was going to buy some, and then I totally forgot. I spaced it in the middle of the night, and I forgot to pick up a little bag there then. But it is climbing up a little bit, recovering since that pullback. But it could probably still bounce a little bit lower. It's still a little too soon to say if that's going to be, maintain those prices. But it is staying up there higher for longer. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on over here. At DEXC, also down about 7%. Starknet down 7%. Tag, all these down, of course, on a single day. I hope to see more, Doom soon. Looking at the weekly, we're looking at least 15% or more here. Egan, Layer, DEXE, Jito, Grass. There's plenty of here to look at, guys. I'm not going to name them all. SNTK, that's still SanDisk tokenized stock down almost 30%. Holy crap, SanDisk. Holy crap. Everything else here is still, this is the Goldilocks zone. Still look at the top 200 for a big, of course, movers right now on the downside. Most oversold here on the weekly is the top 200. Looking at the monthly, most oversold assets, at least 30% or more. And there's still a decent amount here too. Definitely looking a lot more painful here than it does on the top 100. The top 100 doesn't even look phased, in my opinion, compared to the top two. Jito's down a solid 30%. Zbex close, man, 22.3. The sell-off continuing to bleed out, as I've mentioned that many times on my Patreon. Midnight, 42.4% on Midnight, down today on the monthly. And there's a lot of other coins too, really close, but no cigar. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. I wish there was more pain. I want to buy some more, and especially my favorite projects. They're just not oversold enough, in my opinion. And I'm hoping for a little more doom going into August. Maybe September, but we got to, of course, sit on our hands and wait as we determine whether the bottom is in. I would say it's like 65% chance still the bottom is in. Getting into the end of next month, I might be saying 70. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. The bottom may be just around the corner. All right, guys, not financial advice. Just two, of course, my two sats.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right. We're getting into one more check up on ChadFi. Make sure they're on break.
Thank you all both so
about
much.
Starbucks still.
Moroso, a partners group, is still with us. Pumpkin spice and s'mores and all. I mean, the consumers.
Starbucks. Okay. Screw Starbucks. No one has. The consumer doesn't have fucking $7, $8 for your drinks anymore.
But again, my understanding is that it is now no longer a public equity investing firm, at least not now.
That was one of the headlines we read this morning, so I'm going to skip through that as well. We'll come back to them in a bit, but I do want to go over the weather today, guys. So let's take a look at the weather with Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look. Let's zoom on in, see what's going on with the weather. Ooh, I do like what I see there. Ooh, exciting. All right, we are getting to the end of the month. Monthly close is just around the corner. Tomorrow's the monthly close. I think options start expiring tonight at midnight. Yeah, I think right around on 3 o'clock in the morning tonight Eastern Standard Time. We have the foreign market, of course, doing that one first, and then we have tomorrow afternoon in the States. We have ours around 2 to 3 o'clock as well. Eastern, of course, PM, not AM. All right, so yeah, let's take a look and see what's going on today. Overall volume is still kind of flat. It's still kind of low. 6.9 of the Bulls' favor and 6.5 for the Bears. We're looking at a new retest of 65.3. Look at that, guys. Ooh, right around the corner. 65 flat being defended by the Bears, protecting their position before the, of course, monthly close and monthly expiry on Bitcoin's options. Yeah, it's happening, guys. Tomorrow, it's going to be a twofer. We don't always get to say that. It's all going to, of course, stop tomorrow. So yeah, this is going to be fun going into the weekend to see where Bitcoin's likely going to go. They are really setting up higher today. Holy crap. At every level, guys. Look at this. This is strong here on the 12-hour. In the last 6 hours, it looks at the foreign market, coming off the backs of the foreign market, putting in these positions first. loading on up everything all the way up to 67K. I don't know if we're going to go that high, but again, you know, when Bitcoin does these $10,000 candles, I mean, where are we at now? 64.8, 75, right around the corner. I don't think it's going to happen in 24 hours. But it has happened in 24 hours is what I'm saying. All right, so looking at that right now, looks pretty bullish here on pretty much every time frame. Everything, of course, is going on up the upside at the end of this month. Finally correcting. We're still got a biggest level, of course, of support, still heading above 61K. 61K is still the floor at the moment. Right, that's still the floor at the moment until we come down, smash it all that, start hitting all this here. And I do want to remind you guys, this has been the first week, the entire month we have added to 61K. So keep that in mind too. Is it's not all just you know, roses and sunshine. We are starting to see a little bit more of that moving into 61K area. You don't really see much of that really compete with the rest of the heat on the map though. For the month, right? For the month. I mean, I'll have to go all the way back to the very beginning of the month to even see a little sliver there being added to the the additional heat on the map here. So it's mostly going to be centered around that 60 to 61K for that large layer area of support. We are building new areas of support, but again, over time, we got to get a little bit more ahead of ourselves for this to be built up enough to really call that significant amount of support, about 62 or 63K. So that's what we're looking at right now. As of today, it looks like it's gonna maybe be a little cloudy, but I think we're gonna have some sun today, guys. It looks like we're actually gonna get some sun in Bitcoin today. All right, looking pretty good, guys. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I like where we're headed into the monthly close. They wanna smash the bears for a little bit more, just a little bit more at that monthly close. If we do get enough, it's possible August could be a red month. I've been sharing this. We just talked about this last night on the Patreon live about the monthly on Bitcoin, and on the monthly on Bitcoin, we're still looking like a little sliver there for a positive month. If we just get a little bit more, then we can possibly have a sizable red month to correct back down to just again that 60K area, but yeah, we do have a little bit of a green month still here, bouncing off of that low at about 58 on that new low, right? 57.7 on a wick for Bitcoin. We do that one more time. Say we start the month in the green, right, for Bitcoin up here. We hit that 69K, then we double down and we double bottom at that 57. That's been our idea for a while here on the channel for the month of August. All right, and then we of course come back up and then explode at the end of the year, possibly starting around October into December months, that sort of thing in the winter time. That's still the idea. All right, guys. Let's see what else we got going on. TradFi, catch up with you guys in the chat. What is going on with you guys? What is going on at the monthly close? U.S. June PC inflation, the Fed's preferred inflation metric falls 3.7% in line with expectations, says Cliff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Russia needs better aim, or NATO Article 5 being theoretical. Really? Let's take a look and see what that's all about real quick. Bottom, please. Too much crypto winning. Too much winning. In crypto, says Cliff. I know, man. I was hoping to be wrong this morning, man. Good morning. Attila the Han. Good morning. How you been, Attila? The Zilla in the chat. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a great day. This afternoon is going to be wild. It looks like Bitcoin just hit 65K. Coming out the gate swinging at the monthly close. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk on Russian missile that hit his country overnight. There is no reason to believe that Poland was the target. However, two of these objects violated Polish airspace. One certainly did. The other briefly approached the border. All signs point to a KH-101 based on the crater of Lubin Providence. No injuries were reported. Russia needs better aim, or NATO Article 5 stops being theoretical. Coming from Jamie. All right. So it looks like hopefully that was just a swing and a miss, not the beginning of World War III. Is that the idea? I guess. All right, guys, let's get back in the TradFi. Happy Joy, of course, bringing us some joy this morning. How's it going, Joy? Good morning. Happy Joy.
I don't think you're happy enough. I'll teach you to be happy.
Yes, sir.
I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. I told you.
Let's take a look and see what's going on with Bloomberg.
And this is Bloomberg.
They're going on break. Damn it.
What is going to be
CNBC also on break. It's about time to go into crypto news. Yeah, it looks like it. We're about 10 minutes early, but we can get into the crypto news a little earlier. Double checking with Kramer and friends. Talk about ARM. All right. I think it's time. Let's crack into some crypto news. All right, let's start with cryptonews.net. Aave is gradually removing 75 low utilization reserve assets from its platform. Ooh, we are definitely cleaning up in the bear. Holy crap, 75. So yeah, we can take a look and see what the assets they're pulling from their platform. Never heard of most of these. Scroll, ZK Sync, Metis, I've heard of those two. Soninium, I've heard of that one as well. And Aptos, damn, Aptos too. Holy crap. That's just a few on that list. Obvious among the world's largest decentralized finance protocols in terms of total locked assets, TVL, and offers lending and borrowing services. And don't forget the big hack they had at the beginning of the year. Okay. Forgive, but don't forget. All right, let's take a look. 30-year Treasury yield hits 2007 highs as bond market doubts the Fed. Yeah, we talked about that last night, as we're getting eerily similar to, of course, the GFC. Ethereum price prediction and institutions rotate, whales accumulate. What's next for Ethereum? Well, I tell you, this morning looking pretty good, coming out the gate at 1.2, almost 1.3%. Bitcoin almost up 2% this morning. We're having a decent day here. Let's take a look and see what the top movers are right now on bubbles within the last hour. SanDisk coming up here. That's SanDisk in the top 200, top 100 here. Bitcoin Cash, damn, coming up here about 4% here in the last hour. Uniswap, another 3% up on Uniswap. I just bought a little bit more last night too. I mean, we're sitting at the 2021 bottoms, 2020. I'm like talking to everyone last night on the Patreon. We had a long time hanging out, and I'm like, dude, these lows can't last forever. They can't last forever. Below $4 is insane. And now we're above $4 on Uniswap. All right, VVV up 2%, Hash is up 3.6%, Maker is down 2.6%, all within the last hour. So coming up a little bit. Look at all the green, guys. Look at all the green as Bitcoin hangs out at 65K this morning, finally getting back above 65 for a little bit. Let's take a look. SummerFi shuts down permanently after 6 million wind exploit drains reserves. Summerfi? I don't know. Banco Santander announces it holds 4.3 million in position in U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs. Another company, of course, showing their hand there a little bit. Avalanche price holds near key support as Helicon upgrade goes live. Man, Avalanche has been bleeding to death. Do I even have that on my charts anymore? I don't think I do. I loved Avalanche, man. Maybe they'll come back big, swinging in the crypto summer. Let's see. SHIB outflow. Who cares? Meme coins. Ethereum price stalls below 2K as fear blocks breakout. U.S. senators give Apple August 21st deadline to dump backlisted Chinese chip makers. See XMT and YMTC. So they have that deadline there for them. Going into next month. XRP ETFs DeFi market weaknesses. Yeah, really? XRP sitting at $1.08 today. Bitcoin price resists sell-off, but there's 3 risks to threaten a drop to 60K. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm preferring it. I'm preferring it at this point. What is Avalanche Helicon? That's of course their new upgrade. Let's take what else? Bitcoin preparing for a major move on chain. I think that's pretty much all we got this morning. It's kind of slow this morning. Crypto news. I usually get a little bit more out the gate from cryptonews.net. Let me refresh that real quick. See if anything else is breaking. Best meme plating platform in 2026 included Meme Toro and Pump.fun. Yeah, there's nothing new here. Target set for Ondo. A lot of Hopium articles like this one. Ondo set for a breakout, 42 cents, triggering a run to 70 cents for Ondo. Again, real world assets and DeFi is going to be, of course, one of the biggest moving sectors. Don't forget to have some exposure to those coins. Not Ondo specifically, but it wouldn't hurt. all right. Let's get back into it, guys. Let's see what TradFi's talking about.
We're cautious, but
Mark
here's
Zuckerberg,
what I've learned,
Meta.
right? In 2022,
as they continue to
there
sink,
were 2 things going on. It was the metaverse, and there was a shift from Instagram and Facebook's, stories.
All right. They're doing an opinion piece on Mark Zuckerberg this morning. Looks like down 1% so far. Up 1% so far on the S&P 500. or going up so far. Yeah, I mean, didn't even come back to the trend line. We're just going to continue going up, I guess. I was hoping to see another back to trend, 7,000 flat or something. Nope. We'll see how this shapes up. What else? Anything else moving here? Silver up 1%, 1.3%. Gold up about a third of a percent. SpaceX hanging out, chilling at that 117, trying to round off that bottom there. Maybe it's got that legs for next week or going into next month. August 3rd, guys, got to watch out. We're at the deadline. We're already there. Man, this year's moving so fast. We're almost there at that deadline. That's where the early investors are allowed to sell. I don't think they want to sell here. So unless they got their coins, their shares of their stocks for free or for contracts or something, maybe some of those people will sell just to get out of it. But yeah, we still have that looming for SpaceX here in a few days. That's Monday. Let's see. That's about it. That's going on right now on my charts. And anything significant moving there, unless you guys want to hear about this one. Miria up 10% today. The dumpster fire, of course, that is Miria, sitting at brand new all-time lows as of 24 hours ago. All right, let's go. Back to TradFi. See what else is going on with CNBC, and then we'll find some more crypto news. There we go, Kramer. What do you got?
Service now and
SanDisk up 20%.
Those are the ones that those were going up for days because of what was happening, and we didn't know. So
well, you're going to have some big prints to talk about tonight.
Yes. Now I've got IBM. IBM had a tough call. I do not think it was related to
Dav Turbach. What kind of name is that, buddy? It kind of reminds me of Turok from the 90s. Bitcoin 60K is the boogeyman. Yes, it is, man. It is. 69K is also the boogeyman too. For me, I have PTSD at 69K from, of course, the rollover in 2021. Bitcoin 60K, yes. Miria, yeah, that's a fun one. Happy joy again. Happy joy to you. And we do have, of course, Danny DeVito ringing the bell with Jersey Mike's this morning. That was fun. All right, let's get back to more crypto news. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph this morning. It's another one of my favorite outlets. BitRiver founder charged in Russia over alleged $8 million fraud. Samsung unit explores stablecoin infrastructure with Upbit's operator. Again, Samsung's been a huge major player in crypto here within the last 2 years. Making partnerships across the board with everyone. Coinbase had a big partnership with them. Of course, they just purchased a big chunk of, Upbit? I think it was Upbit. So they're exploring more options over there with stablecoins. Samsung's SDS is discussing stablecoin infrastructure and AI-based payment models with Dunamu, the operator of South Korean exchange Upbit. So Samsung SDS said its IT services of Samsung Group is exploring stablecoin infrastructure, digital asset systems, and AI-based payment models. Coincidence that Visa's also doing the same thing right now? No, not a coincidence at all. Is Clarity going to pass on Monday? I don't know, but it seems like a lot of the weird companies are making some moves just beforehand. Anyway, the odds of that happening right now, guys, are like 30% on Polymarket. Probably less this morning. 29% chance. Again, the lowest we've seen so far on Clarity being passed this year, not just next week, but this year. All right, Bitcoin ETF inflows return as Ethereum funds slip into outflows. We got Australia sues Telegram over alleged future failures to remove terror content, and right now they are accusing Russia's also accusing Telegram founder over support of terrorism. So yeah, there's something going on, or not really going on. Maybe, of course, their platform being used, but not the founder, be my guess. That's usually how those things roll. Chinese newspaper warns of Bitcoin extortion scam using its name. I'm curious to see how Telegram has done with this news. Let's take a look at that, because I didn't really take a look at that yesterday when we got the first read of that response from Russia. Let's take a look right now on the top. Telegram should still be up there, right? The top 100 somewhere. Telegram. Graham. That's the right one, right? I think. I don't know. Too many damn coins. IOU network. I don't think that's it. I don't know. Whatever. I'm over it. Whatever. I'm not an investor anyway. Okay. Luno cuts 20% of staff as crypto layoffs spread across 2 all firms in July. Japanese game developer launches Bitcoin, altcoin, and fund with SBI. Which Japanese game developers? Nintendo? Not yet. No, they're too old school. Too old school for that yet. But Reggie Fils-Aimé said something about using the blockchain back in 2021. I'll never forget that. That was our president here in America back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think. Japanese game developer Gumi, never heard of her, said it will develop operating a 3 billion yen, approximately $18 million, a crypto asset fund on Saturday. Who are they known for? Gumi. They're expanding their crypto businesses, which includes managing its own crypto holdings. They're not going to really give a quick little brief. Who the hell is Gumi? I'm a gamer, and I don't know who the hell Gumi is. Game developer Gumi. Let's take a look. Something probably mobile games or something. Gumi Incorporated. They're known for JoJo. Is that JoJo? Bizarre's Adventure. That's a new game made by them. I don't know who the hell this is. They have some partnerships with Square. Looks like getting involved in Bitcoin right there. On Decrypt is covering that probably this morning as well. Yeah, I don't know. They're involved with some big names, that's for sure, because JoJo's definitely not a small name. All right, let's move on. All right, what else we have? Bitcoin now sitting still right around that 65K area. Let's get back to TradFi, make sure we're not missing anything, and then roll back into chat with you guys. 3 minutes.
Israel, how will you respond?
I think they'll make a terrible mistake, and we'll.
All right, we're talking about more war. Let's take a look and see what's going on with Trump and his his platform. Anything new coming out from the president this morning? 4 days ago, he has that pin. 12 hours ago, only low IQ people don't understand why President Trump is so invested in making Washington beautiful and respectable again. And he's just reposting, I guess, a comment from Abe Hamada. All right. Amedea, okay. Does anyone have any idea how much money and prestige the United States Supreme Court has cost our nation? Okay, he's just going over it. And not really too much here. He's been pretty quiet actually in the grand scheme of things. He has pictures of him and Zelensky from this week, him and Bibi from this week, and their meetings, of course, that led up to these bombs we just dropped last night. But yeah, that's about it. He's been pretty quiet. All right. Let's get back over here to CNBC and see how the war's doing too with Bitcoin. We didn't take a look at that too. We do still have the war going on in the background here. Yes, we do. So far, bears are gonna take maybe the next hour. They're starting to shape up take the next hour hourly candle here. Ooh, bulls are fighting back though. Ooh. We're getting tight. Okay. The Faber report, still talking about Leopold Aschenbrenner. We already mentioned that this morning. I don't want to get into that anymore. And we already have. All right, guys. We're kind of running out of steam here. It's only 10 o'clock. Let's continue with the crypto news, see what else is coming out. Usually the good stuff comes out right around 10 o'clock. Let's go back into, how about CoinDesk? Take a look at CoinDesk. Let's see. Live updates. Bitcoin rises above 64K as Microsoft AI payoff lifts stocks. That's what we experienced this morning. Ethereum enters its second decade a year after upheaval at the foundation. It just had a ton of layoffs this year too from the developers end of it. Telegram faces terror. Pretty much everything we already covered this morning. South Korea plans to tax crypto gains over what? Over $1,700. All right. Did they not have any crypto taxes as of late? Maybe they did cut that for a few years. I know a lot of Asian countries have cut it back to zero or less than 20%. Right around last year, they started announcing that stuff. But South Korea plans to impose a 22% combined tax on annual crypto gains exceeding 2.5 million won, which is approximately $1,740. Yeah. Okay. We are pushing forward with a plan to tax cryptocurrency starting in the year after scheduled. Deputy Prime Minister Koo Yoon Cheo told lawmakers at a July 29th meeting of the National Assembly of Finance and Economy Planning Committee. And this is coming after they just pushed policy to make crypto a national asset. Something like that. All right, BitRipper founder charged in Russia. Yeah, we covered most of the stuff this morning already. We are running out in the weeds here now. Running in the weeds now. All right. Yeah, kind of stalling on clarity still. Yada yada yada. Institutional crypto trading hits a record 72% as Wall Street calms crypto's wild swings. Damn. All right. Let's get back into I'm probably gonna jump into doom scrolling here soon, but I'm gonna jump one more time into I guess cryptonews.net. Anything else? We just hit that. I guess we'll read this one. Institutional crypto trading hits a record 72% as Wall Street calms crypto's wild swings. Institutional investors are now shaping the crypto markets more than retail market traders, marking what Wintermute has described as a turning point in the evolution of digital assets. According to the firm's latest market report, the institutions accounted for roughly 72% of spot trading volume. This is huge, guys. We are definitely not on the main stage anymore for crypto. There's too many damn coins, too. And it looks like institutional demand is coming in larger by the day. Deaths during the first half of 2026, the highest share on record, and a sharp increase from about 61% in the second half of this year. As crypto works through the bear market, the retail largely absent and preoccupied with equities structure underneath. It's easy to see, the report said. The asset class is maturing, and whatever recent price action suggests. Rather than chasing short-term price swings, institutional investors are now tend to operate under defined mandates and risk limits, holding positions over longer periods. And the result, the report said, is the market will lower volatility and liquidity, concentrated into smaller groups of assets. And this is what I'm talking about. You got to make sure you have the exposure to these assets, guys. Of course, I just mentioned what they were earlier. Realized volatility has fallen roughly 30% in the earlier market cycles, around 45% in the current one. According to Wintermute's analysis, the report has also found institutional investors trade a relatively narrow universe of tokens, while retail investors continue to spread activity across a much larger number of assets. Again, there's too many damn coins. The volatility is just not really there anymore, especially moving from retail. Back when I was in crypto, there's only like 3,000 tokens or something like that. Back in my day. Now there's over 30 million. And Pump.Fund cranks out another 3,000 probably, I don't know, every hour. You cannot spread all that across crypto with the same liquidity we had before with retail investors. It's just not there, right? So all the money's going to be coming from, in a significant fashion, from, of course, institutions. All right, what else? U.S. Senate makes critical revisions to conflict of interest section in the crypto bill. So that's actually moving, guys. Clarity's still moving. Critical step has now been taken for Clarity Act, which could shape the future of cryptocurrency markets in the U.S. Republican Senator Tom Tillis and the Democratic Senator Ruben Gallego finalized versions of the conflict of interest provisions of one of the most controversial aspects of the bill yesterday. The new legislation, drafted through a bipartisan effort, aims to tighten the restrictions of the connections of high-ranking federal officials with digital assets. However, the fact that the revised text has not been reviewed yet by a large portion of the Senate and Congress is about to go to recess. An August recess increases, of course, uncertainty of the bill, of course. Timeline actually getting passed in next week is more than likely not going to happen. Again, a 30% chance it's going to happen. And alternative ethical regulation to the White House. If you guys didn't see yesterday, I played that clip from Cynthia Lummis. Cynthia Lummis is pissed, and she's a very, very nice old lady. Very nice old lady. I'd love to have her as my grandma, but no, she was so pissed. I've never seen her that fired up like I did yesterday. If you guys didn't see that, I urge you to check it out. It's kind of going a little viral in the political front because it's got over like 50,000 views. Last time we looked at it last night. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Lummis Clarity here on YouTube. There it is, 19 hours ago. Now has 80,000 views and climbing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And she was pissed.
He's willing to put his existing digital assets in a blind trust.
That's probably all I need to claim right there. What more do we need to give? I love that. They wanted some cheese, and we gave them some cheese, and what was it? They took the whole damn factory with them. I forget what her rhetoric was. It was funny. And then she said that bill had more teeth than George Washington, that our first president. Yeah, some of the rhetoric was great from, of course, her speech yesterday. And she said she has more. She's gonna save it for later, but she is pissed. All right. She put 4 years into that damn bill. What else we have? Anything else? That might be it, guys. Ethereum, enters its second decade after a year of upheaval at the foundation, and again, it's his 11th birthday today. As we mentioned that earlier from the great one, of course, Keeper of Chaos, my military correspondent Cliff in the chat. Thank you so much, Cliff. All right, let's get back over here and catch up with you guys. How's it going from Iran? Bitcoin lover, BTC lover, S7D. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It's probably evening over there, right? Strategy will host its quarter 2 2026 earnings call today at 5 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to get Strategy's earnings as well. They're going to be, of course, showing off their giant cash holdings for, of course, protecting their investors with their dividends, paying out their dividends for at least 2.1 years, which I think is overkill because Bitcoin's probably going to be, way above where we are now in 2.1 years. Bitcoin says, I live in Iran. There is a domestic news that in October of the month after October, there will probably be an agreement with the U.S. in October. If there isn't we were talking about this on the Patreon. This is kind of the stuff we go into the war room over there and talk about. Sometimes we have late conversations about this. We were talking about a similar thing as well, like October really being a big month for a settlement or an agreement or boots on the ground, because we're getting into those cooler months for you guys over there. If you don't settle that before October, then the Americans are probably going to move on in because it's just easier for the war effort, and the Americans aren't used to the heat over there that you guys have in the summer months, especially. They're just not. I guess he says they train for that, but I mean that's insane heat over there. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I hope that it does happen soon. I hope you are safe over there. And it does suck that we're doing any of this to begin with. I just, when you take back what's happened on both sides, it's extreme. It's definitely extreme. All right. Let's see what else we have here in the chat. I think we're all caught up here now. Let's get back into what's going on here. I guess we'll check one more time on TradFi, and then we'll get into some crypto news over on Crypto Twitter, the real news platform, of course, on Twitter. Microsoft Store, they're still talking about Amazon too. This morning, Amazon up about 4%, almost 5% there, and Doomberg.
Sales for the second quarter that beat analyst estimates. The company also boosted
Chipotle. They're talking about Chipotle still. All right. Obviously, they're increasing the prices as well. That's one of the main reasons why the prices are, of course, their shares are going up too. Bitcoin Lover says, it seems like the calendars and news are about October for a particular month, and he loves America. Wow. Sounds like you're more patriotic than I am. I can't say I love a particular country except Japan. I have a problem.
What are you, stupid?
I was born with a bias, loving everything out of Japan. But no. I can't dedicate myself to a particular entity or our body. Of course, I want to be a sovereign individual. That's my plan in this world, in this life. All right, let's continue. Let's take a look and see what's going on with crypto news over here with Crypto Twitter. Guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell down below if you want to catch me. I, of course, cover the news on Bitcoin and crypto every single day, twice a day for the foreign market open here, 8 p.m. Eastern, and of course the morning open here in the States as well. We just, of course, covered it. Anthony Fauci. I just could not stop sharing these. They're hilarious last night. Anthony Fauci, of course, saying, I plead the fifth all day, yesterday. And he's going to be doing it again, I think, next week. We covered that last night. I think he's going to come out next week. I think as soon as Monday. We're going to get more Fauci. I plead the fifth. 111 times yesterday, I think. That was the goal or the target he hit. All right, let's take a look and see what else we got on the doom scrolling. Bitcoin is inside the gates of Wall Street, and the Trojan horse has, of course, entered. And they have a statue there in Wall Street as well now, too. So it definitely moved on in with a similar fashion than Trojan horse. Breaking, Fed to inject $5 billion into the economy today, and they just injected $10 billion already this week. Continuing. Just in $750 billion added to the U.S. stock market today at the open. And that's after we just lost about $1 trillion at yesterday's or last 48 hours. Just in, thousands of illegal immigrants seen now surging into Spain. Holy crap, guys. This is coming from Brick News out of 47 minutes ago. Damn, Spain being overrun by migrants. Maybe refugees. I'm not sure what's going on in the surrounding nations. Milk money in the house, of course. Shilling Cubit this morning. There you go, Milk. Another day. Another Cubit. Let's see. Ash Crypto says Bitcoin's back above 65K. Yes, sir. We did touch it this morning. We're down a little now, though. 64,600 on Bitcoin at the moment. South Korea's leverage traders are getting wiped out entirely. We talked about that last night. Jake the Snake on our Patreon again was citing that there was a I guess a very popular trader who lost like $3 million in the middle of her live stream, and she broke down crying and breaking one of her monitors in the process. Yeah, BlackRock is literally giving Clarity Act the green light, and you're bearish. Yeah, exactly. I have the same response. That's why I'm still in disbelief we don't get that this year. BlackRock always gets what they want. They always get what they want. Again, they came out last for the ETFs, and they got it first. Don't forget that. BlackRock always gets what they want. All right. $15 trillion BlackRock calls for, of course, the Senate to pass the Clarity Act. That was last week. Coin Bureau, U.S. 30-year Treasury yield just hit 5%, the highest since, again, 2008, financial crisis. Getting closer to that. He pleaded the fifth. He pleaded the fifth. Yes, God. Yeah. Fauci pleaded the fifth yesterday.
I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say,
I love it. Love it. As soon as it was happening, that's exactly what I pulled up as well. Exactly what I pulled up as well. These are great, though. These are great.
To be fifth place in Guinness for most times. I'm pleased the fifth. I'm number one because I pleased the fifth.
Oh my God. Bitcoin power law. Bitcoin power law still respecting the bear bottom. Possibly right now, guys, on the power law. It's been a while since I showed the power law. Breaking Microsoft stock MSFT. MSFT surges 15%. Now on track for the biggest daily gain since 2020. From one of the most hated to one of the most loved names literally overnight. Yeah. Just in, Iran strikes Chinese company for building in Kuwait, killing one. What? What? Iran strikes Chinese company building in Kuwait. Oh, killing one person. Okay. I'm like, read that so fast. I'm like, what the hell? What? Well, that sucks. Friendly fire. Oh, no, that sucks. Of course, coming from Bricks News. I like Bricks News. They keep us up to date with what's really going on over there. Spain's largest bank, Banco Santander, reports owning 4.3 million. We already covered that in the headlines. It seems like we're already ran into the news, guys. Bitcoin is punk rock. Deal with it. This is old from Andre Antonopoulos. Really old, but damn, guys, this stuff was great back in the day, and no one showed up for it. No one turned out for that stuff.
Deal with it.
Oh, oldie but goodie. And look at all that, guys. $200 billion has been wiped out from the Japanese stock market as the Nikkei plunges 2.3%. The foreign market's still bleeding out. Thank you, Mr. President, for all the winning. You're going to
win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
We're all tired of winning. All right. The only thing Fauci repeated more than booster recommendations, I plead the fifth. Oh, damn. This is too much, man. Too much. Okay. Bitcoin was deliberately excluded because it does not fit the index's protocol revenue model. That's what the response. Why isn't Bitcoin in the new S&P crypto index? They want to basically keep, of course, the cost of the crypto indexes down. Obviously, that's why they're doing it. They're not involving that. That's why they haven't put strategy in there, because they know if they added strategy, and that's been going on for years. They should have been included 2 years ago, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, they haven't been included in the SP 500 because by proxy, they would give exposure to everyone that has a 401k, basically, to some Bitcoin by proxy. They're never going to do that. You're basically adding, of course, to the fire. They don't want to, of course, we've been trying to hold it back forever. And keep that thing steadily going as they, squeeze all retail out. If you invested $10,000 in a Tesla exactly 4 years ago, you have had $10,000 a day. Oh, shit. Damn, it pulled an Ethereum. Holy shnikes.
What are you, stupid?
That's crazy. Winning. There you go.
So much.
It pulled an Ethereum. That's nuts. Tesla. Damn. Tesla. Okay. We already talked about that. We saw that this morning. Yeah. One of the morning opens. Okay. We plead the fifth. Okay, guys. I think we've exhausted the news. Officially. That's what I'm here to do. Make sure we, of course, get everything. The U.S. debt now exceeds the GDP, 100% of the GDP, for the first time since World War II. Kathy Wood, of course, talking about that at the beginning of this year. They're late. Bar chart, you are late, my friend. We covered that back in like February. All right, breaking U.S. quarter two GDP came out in 1.5%. Expectations were 2.1. U.S. economy growth is slowing down. And again, we talked about that this morning. I broke out with that this morning. This is old news now, guys. Old news. This is what I'm here. I'm here to bring you breaking news, and I think we just ran out of all of it. I'm going to double check right now, going through TradFi one more time. They're on break. CNBC. Talking about Jersey Mike's. That was the open still? We're still hanging out at the open talking about that stuff, I guess.
Fanatic. And then when, Peter and Tatiana came around, I just said, I want to be part of this.
And Eli, how about you?
Look at this.
Dan DeVito,
I've lived in New Jersey
not making any
these last
sense,
20
man.
years. Got to know Peter really well about 5 or 6 years ago, doing
He's gotten shorter.
some charity work. He's so charitable and giving back to the community.
All right. We're just talking about Jersey Mike's and doing their thing over there. Let me catch up with you guys one more time in the chat before we head out. I do love some of the back and forth between BTC Lover and myself. Talking about what's going on in Iran right now. Definitely interesting. Thank you for joining us this morning, or this early morning for you. I know my question is really silly, but can you kind of know your opinion on the floor price of Bitcoin? It's just an opinion, not serious, but if you tell me, it would make me happy. I can give you an entire breakdown of where I'm at with it, because I haven't gone to that rant in a while, and why I held convictions that were near the bottom. I could do that for you, my friend. I'm really eager to talk to someone else whose eyes are sparkling. I always have laser eyes in our space. I'm a permabull, yes, but I'm a realist too. And I'm talking like it is. I still think we're possibly going to come back down and test maybe one last time in the low 60s. That's my hope anyway, because I'd love to buy some other assets on the lows. But I think we're near the bottom, and I can of course prove that by market cap. Where we've been over time, and that's why market cap matters. I'll go into that whole thing real quick. Hear their opinion about Bitcoin, the price of bottom of Bitcoin. Thanks, bro. No problem. Let's go into it now. Not sure if the stream is holding up, but my data just cut out, so hopefully the stream's fine. I might have just lost it. I don't know. I can't tell. All right, I'm gonna go into a rant, so hopefully I didn't get cut off here on the live. If I'm still live, guys, please put an emoji or something in the chat. Give me some signs of life. There we go. I just got it back. Okay, I just see I got the data back now. I'm good. All right, let's do the rant. Okay, I'll go into my market cap rant on Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why I think we're near the bottoms right now. And here's an idea we've been, of course, playing with for a minute on Bitcoin. Do I have no market caps on this one? It's on this chart. I've got too many charts. All right, there we go. There we go. It's been a while since I did this. Probably been a full month since I did this. So let's get into it. All right. So the total market cap of crypto hanging out about 2.2 trillion, right? We've been hanging around there for a long effing time. We just hit that target again the other day. We just struggled to keep above it during the Fed meeting. We did touch 2.2 again. So this has been kind of our baseline. Pretty much the entire time we've been hanging out under 65 to 62 to 60K. And the low we hit on total market cap for total market cap of crypto was about 2.03, 2.02, 2.04. Basically right around that $2 trillion flat target for total market cap of crypto. And so last few times we hit that, Bitcoin's been, of course, just slightly higher on those lows. Total market cap also kind of deterring. We've seen lower lows on a lot of other coins other than Bitcoin when the market cap has hit this range. And so for Bitcoin to break like down into like 55K, we need to see market cap of crypto really go to like something like 1.98 trillion or lower. I mean, it seems like there's been more, resiliency a bit with BTC as we have been testing lower market caps and the lower months on Bitcoin being, of course, like, let me go back to the monthly. What was it, May? I think May was the worst month so far, besides, of course, February. And again, we just hang out right around that area. The market cap just isn't going to go much lower because a lot of people are sitting in the negative, right? More than 50% now. I think we're getting closer to 55-60% of holders, bag holders for Bitcoin are in the negative right now. So why would they even sell? Only reason I would see them selling is they get shaked out by some sort of World War III like macro condition. So it's not impossible that we do see lower than 55K. But as of right now, we're just not built for it. So yeah, and if you look at the bottom of the bear markets from the previous years, I've of course measured them many times here on my channel, and I of course put them up here for you guys all to see. The length of time we spent in the bear market in 2018, right, was approximately about 912 effing days. We have cut that pretty much in half almost every single bear cycle. The last bear market in the bottom of the bear in 2022, we had about 547 days in the 22 bear market. And then the 26 bear market, we're sitting now at about 243 days. A little bit longer now. If we do cut that in half, that would put us, I think, roughly, let me get back over here, the chart, and see if we're still keeping up with that. We cut that in half, 243 days. Right now we're sitting on the 273rd day, so I got to update that a little bit since the cycle top. And then, yeah, if we cut that in half, 273, I'm going to extend this a little bit more. It's not quite halfway there yet. Let's see. We'll give a little bit more plump there. We got about 304 days. 304 days. So maybe we end somewhere. Let's see, 181. And that's just the maximum. That would technically end us up at around September 1st. We'll see if that's true on some of the lows. But yeah, I mean we're getting close. I would say if we're not out of the bear by December, it's going to happen somewhere between January, February, March. Usually we do see the bottom of Bitcoin right around the end of the post halving year, which is where we are now in the first year of the bear. Usually we see that recovery going into the January months. This is 22 going into 23 right there on this chart. So yeah, that's why I think that we have I have conviction anyway that we're near the bear bottom. We've seen so many times. I hung out last cycle when people were calling for 10K. We were calling for 8K. We were calling for 9K. We were talking for like 12K, just anything but where we actually landed, which was 15K. And I was buying all those bottoms like a champ back then. So I still have conviction we're doing the same thing. And it's just, of course, people screaming at the bottom. And we are near. We are damn near on Bitcoin. All right. You're dead, boss, says Easy. I'm dead. No. Dead channel. Yeah, dead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks, OG, bro. No problem, man. No problem. I'm not OG, but I definitely seen a few cycles. Yes. I guess I'm OG enough in this space. If you've been hanging out and with crypto for 6 or 4 more years, I guess you are getting there. You're getting there. You definitely got in before institutions. You must be OG then, I guess. All right. Cliff says, yeah, BTC lover, yes. Yeah, send the love, of course. More love for Bitcoin. All right, guys. I'm going to do one more run through TradFi. Make sure we're not missing anything else breaking. U.S. strikes Iran again as conflict widens. He probably just talking about last night.
So that's a really good point.
Yep.
All right, let's move on now to our next investor who's joining us, Nancy Tengler, a friend of the show, CEO and CIO of Laffer Tengler Investments. Nancy, you just heard from Tyler what's going on in terms of the geopolitics. We know we had this landmark Fed meeting yesterday, which left reporters confused and to some extent the bond market confused as well. And then we have earnings, which are not as confusing with Meta sinking and Microsoft rallying. From where you sit, what drives the long-term investors' take the most, the long-term investors' view of these 3 factors?
Well, Scarlett, you raised all the right points, and thanks so much for having me. Earnings are what matter at the end of the day.
All right, I'm over it. All right, earnings are what matter. Okay. All right. Are we ever gonna change earnings to twice a year instead of 4 times a year? That was talked about last year. I haven't heard anything about it this year yet. Anyway. Let's take a look and see what else is going over here at CNBC.
To income, low
they're on
volatility.
break, and that pretty much I think marks pretty much concludes today's live stream. Yeah, it's already 10:30. It's about the time we usually head on out. We've been up towards talking now for about an hour and 20 minutes. But yeah, guys, it's gonna be fun to see where we end the live going into tonight's live stream, end of the week. We still have one more trading day, even though it's a slow one. Usually Fridays are kind of slow, kind of boring. We'll see if we can change that tomorrow, as all the closes, of course, happen tomorrow. We have the Bitcoin expiry to have tomorrow. It's going to start tomorrow, tonight. Tonight at about 2-3 a.m. You should start seeing some of those, of course, happen overseas. One of the bigger ones, anyway. And then we're going to finalize that tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be fun to see where Bitcoin can hold off. I'm curious to see where the liquidations are going to end up at. We could be seeing maybe multiple billions of dollars liquidations again for Bitcoin shorts tomorrow. If we don't push lower, I do love seeing Bitcoin go a little lower out the gate for the month. Of course, that's a pretty good sign that we're going to pump the following month right out the gate. But as of right now, it seems like we're still trying to hold and stay above 63K. All right, Bitcoin Lover says, I really enjoy talking with you. The Iranian government isn't really what the news market makes it out to be. It actually has the decayed system, a lot of the dissatisfied people. Personally, I don't think it will have the capacity to fight the U.S. in the few months. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we are destroying critical infrastructure from what we are told over here every day. Bridges and power plants, everything else. The last, what was it, 12 days or whatever. Yeah, any takeaway from you that you don't see fit from either side, let us know, because I'm curious to see what's really going on over there. Since we can't really trust the news for the most part anyway from our governments. All right, but yeah, nice meeting you as well, BTC Lover. I hope you got some Bitcoin as well on the other side over there. We did see your pairing. I mean, Bitcoin just hit all-time highs for you and your country against was it the rial, the Iranian rial, right? I forget what your denomination is in your monetary assets, but or your fiat currency, but yeah, we did see that all-time high on Bitcoin. So hopefully people got out of that before they started pulling the plug, and a lot of crypto mining companies and stuff like that have been kind of shut off for now. You guys had like one of the cheapest too. When it comes to energy rates when it came to mining Bitcoin. So hoping to see that, everyone over there has moved on to something better than their fiat currency. I think everyone should have something besides their country's paper, or plastic. Looking at you, Canada, currency. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and stay safe. Don't, of course, be sitting on a bunch of meme coins. Make sure you have a diverse portfolio, of course, entering the next bull cycle. Good guys, the bottom could be right around the corner. As soon as you blink, this year will be over with, and we'll probably be on to bigger and better things going into next year, hopefully with Clarity Act passed. If not, we're going to be behind 4 or 5 other countries by then. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you all again tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Stay safe. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money or gold bars. Hold my key. Oh! Another. Let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more wrongs and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I want more. I wish I could adore. I choose you.
Yes, crypto is love. Crypto is life.
Thanking him for the life I've been given. Shrek is love, I say. Shrek is life.
Later, guys.
My dad hears me and calls me a faggot. I knew he was just jealous.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising, and he's taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.
Is moving towards me. I feel something touch me. It's Shrek. I'm